Hello, my name is Igor Bazenko. Today we're going to talk about what really hinders corporate sales and how it can be fixed. Let's start with a simple question. Why do even strong companies with excellent products lose clients? And why does it so often happen that clients choose a competitor's solution even when your product is objectively better? It's more technologically advanced and reliable. But the most frustrating thing is that the client doesn't go to the market leaders, but to those whose solutions are technically weaker. But it was simply more convenient to buy from them. If you work in B2B, you probably know that the sales process is like a marathon with obstacles, long negotiations, tons of approvals, endless presentations, meetings, and so on. And as a rule, everyone is under stress. Managers get twitchy eyes from the constant pressure of endless KPIs, and buyers develop nervous tics from the feeling that they've once again been dragged into a difficult and confusing process. And the worst part is everyone suffers. Of course, you might object. Well, what do you expect? Business-to-business sales have always been complicated. But let's take an honest look at reality. We're surrounded by a huge number of technologies, all sorts of CRMs, BI systems, tools for automating calls, email campaigns, and so on. And in theory, this whole arsenal should make sales easy and fast. But the fact is, they affect the outcome of a deal about as much as an accounting program does. In other words, it's useful and convenient, but it only has an indirect impact on sales growth. And this is where the main conflict arises. Company management looks at the situation and thinks sales are stalling. That means we need to tighten the KPIs. Let's add more targets, hire more managers, and implement yet another tracking system. The result won't change. Deals will keep falling through just the same. Customers will keep going to competitors just the same. Because the reason lies elsewhere. The issue isn't how many managers you have or how many calls they make per day, but how convenient it is for the customer to buy from you. If there's anyone we can really learn from, it's our colleagues in B2C. They've truly advanced far in terms of customer service, and in the next videos, I'll talk about this in detail. But for now, just think about this. How much would a store earn if it had the best salespeople in the country, but no price tags, no checkout service, no delivery, and none of the conveniences we're all so used to? Can you picture that scene? So why, when selling complex B2B solutions, do you think you can pull the client out of their comfort zone and still expect their loyalty and a signed contract? But that's far from the only foolish thing companies do in the pursuit of sales. One of the most striking examples of such short-sightedness is shifting the responsibility for the client's comfort onto the managers themselves. They're told, build personal relationships, make friends, keep the client as close as possible. Let's be honest, that friendship will end the moment the client doesn't get a budget estimate for the next 6 months on time or doesn't see a payback schedule. The thing is, the client's CFO couldn't care less about how friendly your sales team is. They need concrete numbers and predictability. That's the harsh truth. If you don't have the resources on hand to quickly and clearly handle various client requests, you'll keep failing over and over again. After the second slip-up, the client will simply stop answering your calls. After the third time, they'll shift their attention to a competitor. Even if your product is objectively better, you simply won't be considered because decisions in B2B aren't made by just one person. There's always a group sitting at the negotiation table. Usually, these are IT specialists, finance people, and top managers. And you can't build a friendship with everyone. In the end, it creates a funny paradox. You have a strong solution, you've invested in your team, and you have the best specialists. But the client still leaves. Why? Because it's inconvenient for them to do business with you. They weren't given arguments, the economics weren't explained, and the purchasing process wasn't made convenient for them. I know this sounds harsh to many, but it's the reality. And the good news is that it can be changed. No, not by miracles or another round of motivation for the salespeople. The solution lies elsewhere, creating a system that makes the process comfortable for all participants. When we talk about comfort, first and foremost, we mean that regardless of your role in the sales process, you'll be able to easily and simply resolve your main concerns. If you are a sales manager, this is a great opportunity for you to stop surviving on personal connections and move towards stable results. Because we have combined technologies and practices that are guaranteed to help you close deals faster and earn more. If you're a business owner, we're talking about rapid, controlled business growth. Instead of endlessly expanding your team, you get a scalable and predictable sales process. This means your business grows intensively, not extensively. In other words, you close more deals with fewer resources. If you are a B2B solutions buyer, this is your chance to choose partners whose purchasing process is stress-free, transparent, clear, and convenient, where you get not just a product, but a proper buying experience without wasting time or nerves. In our videos, we show how to build the target infrastructure step by step. To make things easier for you, we've divided all the materials into sections. Choose the one that best fits your role and tasks. But the most important thing is that you can start today. Just ask yourself, what is stopping me from buying? Give yourself an honest answer. Sometimes even such a simple exercise can open your eyes and become the starting point for major changes. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave comments. The more people see this video, the sooner companies will stop tormenting their customers with outdated methods and finally start creating normal, comfortable conditions for making deals. And remember, today it's not the one with the better product who wins. Today the winner is the one who makes it easier for the customer to buy.